So our main character, when he was 12, his dad sent him to the capital to learn at the Royal Academy and get an official title. And our main character, he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to study at school. So he gets a close relationship with the chancellor's son and the kids who, involve themselves around the chancellor's sons. And they hang out all the time on the main character's pocket money. Like, he's always asking his dad to send him money because he needs money to spend on these kids because he wants to get close to them, get their connections and relationships, and get a title that way. Basically, he's like, I'm going to use my money to get myself a good position and good relationship with these people, and they will protect me and take care of me later down the line because I took care of them now. Like, I love him for that. So the main character, he goes to visit the chancellor's son because just like him, and the chancellor's son and all the kids who involve themselves around the chancellor's son, they don't go to school at all, they don't learn, they don't work. They're just having fun fooling around with money, specifically the main character's money. So he arrives and he sees a dude getting beaten and then taken back to being imprisoned. He doesn't know what the situation is until he arrives again another day and sees the same dude get repeatedly beaten, but this time beaten to death. He finds out that this dude was the chancellor's son's bed warmer, and he had offended the chancellor's son, so the dude is just gonna kill the dude. The main character obviously was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna let this, mostly because he wants to know what it's like to bed a man or sleep with a man. But he also cannot see this man be beaten to death because he just offended a dude. So he's like, you know what, I'll buy him off of you. So he does. He buys the dude and brings the dude back home. At this time, the main character is living with his uncle. So he has to sneak the dude in because he knows his uncle will not be pleased if he found out what the main character did. But yes, the main character spends days taking care of this dude, and this dude is our male lead. Yes. Also, I will say this now, there is a humongous age difference between them. The main character's 15 and the male lead is 22. So the main character's uncle finds out about the male lead and he is very pissed about it. Now, it's not because the male lead is a slave, because, slaves are seen but not heard. They're known but they're not talked about kind of situation. So it's not that he's pissed about. No, he is pissed because of who the male lead is and who the male lead's tribes is. Like, he is very furious. Basically, if you come across a person in a tribe like the male lead, you kill them. This is their opinion about the male lead's tribesmen. Like, they do not like them. They have a very disgusting, very terrible relationship with the male lead's tribe. It is very bad. So he is pissed with the main character, and he tells the main character, he's telling on the main character to his dad over this, and tells the main character he has to get rid of the male lead or return the male lead back to the chancellor's son, and the main character doesn't want to do either one of those things. He's basically being told to kind of kill the male lead, and the main character doesn't want to kill the dude just because of who the dude is and who the dude's tribe is. Like, he thinks it's ridiculous. So yeah, when he's told to return back home by his father, when he gets, told on by his uncle, he's like, okay, I'll take the male lead with me. And on my journey returning back, I will free the male lead and send him on his way so no one can harm him or kill him over something like this. So the main character, before he sets the male lead free, he wants to know what it's like to bed a man. Now, technically, hanging out with the chancellor's son and all the dudes that hang out with the chancellor's son, he's done a few fooling around things with them and has been pinned down and kissed. But he hasn't gone as far as actually bedding anyone. So he wants to know what it's like. So he asks the male lead if he could, sleep with the male lead. And the male lead's like, okay, yeah, we can do that. But I'm topping. I'm in complete control. I'm topping the situation. And, part of me had already thought he was going to be the top. But because I knew he was a bed warmer, I also started thinking maybe he was actually going to be a bottom and be an older Baba. No, what? He's the top. He's in complete control. Like, the main character's like begging, he's pleading, he's crying. And at first, after the first round, he thought they were done. And the male lead's like, nope, we're not done. And he goes for a second round. And the main character's like telling him to stop. He's begging, he's crying. But then it turns into him begging for more. And when they get down with the second round, he's begging for more. Like, he goes from being a complete virgin to somebody who's like completely wet in the bed. Like, it is a mess. So they leave, and when they're leaving, the chancellor's son has like a messenger sent to the main character to give the main character a dagger to protect the main character on his journey with the male lead, keep the main character safe and sound. And if the main character does want to off the male lead and get rid of the male lead, he will have something to do that with. And I'm starting to be a little suspicious with the Chancellor's son. Like, the way he acts with the main character, I'm kind of thinking the Chancellor's son has some sort of, like, feelings for the main character. Come on, like, am I the only one? Like, I have a feeling that he's just very, very jealous of the male lead. Like, anyone else is getting that feeling if you read this book? There's several things that happens with the main character on his travels. One of the things is he makes trades because he is with a group of merchants, and he wants to bring stuff home and prove himself to his father because he knows his father is furious with his actions over the years. Because again, the main character's 15 and it's been 3 years since he's been home, and he's been squandering a bunch of money pleasing the higher ranking people. So yes, he wants to bring home stuff to prove himself in a way. He also bites at himself for making the decision of not grabbing certain stuff to sell at here if he knew those stuff would worth a lot of money. The second thing is he obviously frees the male lead. He tells the male lead he's on his own, he's good. There are times when husband and wife has to, say goodbye to each other, the same as a owner and a slave. Like, there are times when the connection in relationships has to say bye-bye. It has to go. The third thing is the main character gets kidnapped. I am not kidding. He gets kidnapped. And he is held imprisoned. And at first he thought the male lead betrayed him, which he tries telling himself no, but he keeps searching for the male lead, hoping the male lead is not involved with the kidnappers, which are a group of barbarians. And in the room with him is another kidnapped person. And I mean, him and the main character gets close. Like, the dude protects the main character physically, and the main character ends up switching food with him, like mouth to mouth feeding the dude because the dude is injured protecting the main character. The main character does get saved by a group of soldiers and also by the male lead. Like, the male lead comes rescuing him, and then the male lead takes him off with him. Like, I am not kidding. I was like, ooh, like, at first I thought I mistook the wrong person as the male lead and thought the person captured with the main character was the male lead. Nope. The male lead is the person who I thought it was. Also, I think the person that got kidnapped with the main character has romantic feelings for the main character because he was calling the main character a beauty. He wanted the main character to continue to feed him mouth to mouth. Like, I am pretty sure the main character's going around seducing everybody. Because again, the main character is absolutely beautiful, and that is repeatedly told to us how beautiful and gorgeous the main character is. So the main character returns home and he finds everything completely different. The servants are gone. His home is completely different, and he's very suspicious. He finds out right after he left, his father remarried and no one told him. This woman was made the official wife. Her son, who is actually his father's eldest biological child, his half-brother, has been made the official eldest son, meaning the son is going to get the business, the inheritance. That's why he sent the main character away to get the title of official, is because he was going to make his eldest son the eldest son and his heir, screwing the main character over. And again, this is more of a big screw over to the main character's mother, because if it hadn't been for the main character's mother, his father wouldn't be the successful businessman he is today. Because back when he was young, just like the main character, he went around squandering money, squandering business. Like, he just liked to fool around, and he got a woman pregnant, which was his stepmother. But because of his actions, his family wasn't going to allow him to marry the woman he loved and made him marry the main character's mother, who came from an influential family and was a brilliant woman when it came to business. And now he married a different woman and has made her son the heir of his thing. Screw him.